Good morning, students. In the previous class, we just stopped at the point dimensional formula of conductivity. Conductivity is the reciprocal of resistivity. 1 by rho. Resistivity dimensional formula we already discussed before. Abel cube t minus 3 a minus 2. So 1 by of this means power plus becomes minus, minus becomes plus. So m minus 1, l to the power of minus 3, e to the power of 3 and a to the power of 2. This is for the current. Is the dimensional formula of conductivity. These are important ones for very competitive exams. But if you remember the resistivity, resistance if no means remaining dimensional formula is not equal. Resistance and density. Take density symbol as D. Generally density symbol is taken as rho, but rho we are using for the resistivity. So I am giving the other symbol density symbol as D. Resistance, density, mass relations. And even volume also we can take. Relation. This is very important for the problems, only for problems. Very important. Competitive exams also, theory exams also. Different relations are there. The first relation is resistance and length relationship is and area of cross section. Basic relation. R is equals to rho into L by A. So we are taking some wire conductor of area cross section A and length L. If you stretch it, what happens? If you compress it, what happens? If you stretch it, length increases. Wire become thin. Thin means what? Area cross section decreases. So here this part is nothing but equal to radius. Area is nothing but equal to pi r square per circle cross section. R is radius. Downside range. So if the but what remains constant? If length increases, area cross decreases, but volume of the material remains constant. Same material means density also remains constant. That those relations we have to take here. Density D is equals to mass by volume. D is equals to mass is m, volume is nothing but equal to area into length. Like a cylindrical if you take area into length. And area is nothing but equal to pi r square. R is radius for circle cross section. Radius of the conductor. So in this case we are going to take different cases like stretching in terms of the length and in terms of the area. Stretching of wire or compression of the wire. Volume density, volume resistivity remain constant or constant. That means this D, volume is nothing but equal to area into length and rho is a constant. So modification we do for this relation. If this question will be asked in terms of the length also, in terms of the area also. In terms of length, in terms of length, R is equals to rho into L by A, multiply and divide with L. So area into length is nothing but volume, constant, rho is constant. So what it is, R is equals proportional to L square. That means R1 by R2, generally we require the new length, so R2 by R1 is equals to L2 by L1 square. This relation is very, very important for the stretching of the wire excavation. If the instead of stretching, if you are melting the wire or metal and recasting it, again solidifying with a different length, if the length decreases, area of cross section increases. Thickness increases means length decreases, but volume remains constant. If length increases, thickness decreases. This is in terms of the length relationship. Same relation we can take in terms of the area of cross and the radius. In terms of area of cross section, multiply this equation with the multiply and divide with the area. R is equals to rho into L by A. This modified as rho into L by A into A by A. So area into length A, that's volume constant. So A square. Rho is also constant. So A into A is A square. For R is inversely proportional to A square is the relation here. So new resistance required after changing the area is given means R2 by R1 is equals to A1 by A2 whole square. This relation is important. In terms of the radius, R is equals to area is nothing but equal to pi r square. So if you take A2 by A1 becomes equal to R2 by R1 square. Already we got the relation for the resistance and area. So this A square means R square to the power of 2 means R to the power of 4 units. R is inversely proportional to A square. R is inversely proportional to pi is a constant, no need to take it. R square to the power of square, A square is there, so R to the power of 4. So new resistance by equal to R reverse of the radius. R1 by R2 to the power of 4. You must be able to modify. In terms of length given, just multiply with length. In terms of the area given means multiply with the area. Inverse let the area. But if you know area, writing in terms of radius is not difficult. Third point. Or mass relation. M is mass, R is resistance. And mass, if you want to take means you have to equate it for density relationship. R is equals to rho into L by A. If you divide the multiply with the length, in this also again two types are there. In terms of length, in terms of the area. Most of the cases they will ask in terms of length only, not in terms of the area of cross section. Very rarely ask in terms of the area. That is for our radius for competitive exams. Rho into L by A into L by L. This area and length is volume. So R is equals to rho into L square by volume. Volume is nothing but equal to density equal to mass by volume. So volume equal to mass by density. This is mass by density. Since A volume equal to mass by density. Here for given material is same, they are modified. Same material, if you have taken same material means same nature of material. Material rho comma d are constants. These are constants. Therefore, R is proportional to L square by R. And the relation is R1 by R2 or R2 by R1, that is your choice, is L1 by L2 square into reverse ratio of masses. R1 by R2 is L1 by L2 and this is L2 by L1. If you remember this, you can write the ratio. Then they will give it up the ratios of the length and mass and they ask the ratio of the resistance. Or they give one resistance given means other resistance you must do to count. Same thing you can take in terms of the area also. area of radius. R equal to rho into L by A multiply and divide A. We get is volume in the numerator. So R is equals to rho into volume A into L by A square. So substitute for the volume. Density equal to mass by volume. So volume equal to mass by density. So R is equals to rho into mass by density. In this rho comma t constants, R is proportional to m by a. This relation we R R1 by R2, R1 by R2 is equals to m1 by m2 into a2 by a1 square. But in terms of the radius, if you have taken, you don't try to remember every formula. Basic relation, if you remember, you must be able to modify quickly, saving time. So remembering many formulas is difficult, not good also. So save the memory and the basic formula you remember and immediately can calculate it. A1 by A2 is equals to R1 by R2 square. Area equal to pi r square. Therefore, you will get the relation as R1 by R2 is equals to, in terms of the masses, m1 by m2, m1 by m2 into this is going to be R2 square by R1 square. Again, square is there to the power unit. R2 by R1 to the power of 4. This you need to remember. You need it for the problems. You remember directly, find formula, but not how to mind. And there will be one more problem is there on the silver here. You are taking the wire of length L. Area of cross section is length is L, area of cross section is A. The wire is folded to half. Folding to half. That means you are making this is the length half. What is the new resistance? The two terminals that you ask. You are folding it like this and joining it. So between these two ends, what is the resistance? The initial resistance is they will give you some R1. What is the new resistance? R2. So what is happening? At least same, density is same. What is the changing you are finding? Area becomes equal to this new area becomes equal to 2A. This A1 is A. L1 is L. This A2 becomes equal to 2 times double L. And but L2 becomes equal to L1 by 2. Resistance you can find out from this. Equal to how much? Y folded to half of the length. So half length folded means length becomes half, area becomes a double. Okay, like this you can take the relationship. But basic relation also you can take R equal to L by A. We can take both modification or only length if you are taking means area not equal to K because density constant. Volume is also constant. So if you take the relation in terms of length only I am giving easy to take in terms of length. R equal to rho into L by A means L by A is a basic relation. R1 by R2 both L and A modification you can take. Or in terms of length only if you are taking means what? Or Y folded to half. Y folded to half itself by itself. So new resistance again since it is R2. R is proportional to L square units of R2 by R1 is equals to L2 by L1 square units. Length becomes half of it. So resistance decreases 4 times. Okay, you can check out the relationship. I am not giving the details, I will give you the material problem. Give to this problem. is Ohm's law in different forms. Ohm's law in different forms. Basic formula is V equal to IR. Conditions: temperature should remain constant, of course, V is proportional to I applicable. Another thing is the physical dimension should remain constant during the application of Ohm's law. Basic formula is V equal to I into R. So you take the conductor of length L connected to the battery of potential difference V. Current produces this from plus to minus. What happens first is whenever you apply the potential difference V, then electric field is produced from plus to minus. This is the plus side, this is the minus. This is the direction of electric field. Electric field exerts the force on the charged electron traveling in the opposite directions. But conventional current direction will take is in the same direction as the electric field. This is the direction of current, that is I. In the direction of electric field only. That is I on the top. In the direction of electric field from plus to minus, high potential to low potential. This is the length of the conductor. The relations between the E and V is E is equals to V by L. And current density. Current density is nothing but current by area. That is also in the direction of conventional current only. This is the direction of current density. Current density J is equals to I by A. You can take current density symbol capital J or small j. That is your choice. But follow the same throughout the derivations or equations. E equal to V by L, J equal to I by A, R is equals to rho into L by A. These things you are substitute here to get the relationships in different forms. And conductivity, sigma is equals to 1 by 2. Second equation. You substitute for V. V is equals to E into L. So this is going to be E into L. I, J equal to I by A, I equal to J into A, J into A. R is equals to rho into L by A. Cancel the common terms, L cancels, A cancels. So E is equals to J. This is the second form of Ohm's law. Easy to remember. Wherever V is there, no, replace with the E, electric field. Wherever current is there, no, replace with the current density. Wherever R is there, no, replace with the resistivity. Resistance, resistivity. Current, current density. Potential difference, electric field. Third case is third type of equation or third way of expressing the same Ohm's law. Rho you can take it to the left side. So we get is a conductivity. E by rho is equals to J. But 1 by rho is nothing but equal to sigma. You write as sigma E equal to J. This is also another form of Ohm's law. Ohm's law in different forms. You must be able to express. They don't ask you this. Okay, but you must know if they give you this as a exam specifically, you must know dynamic in the results. And also in some derivations of it, so it is required to get the relationship. That we are going to discuss later. Next is drift velocity. Drift velocity. E subscript D. You can take capital V also, a small v. This is very important for 3 marks. 3-mark derivation is important. Drift velocity, definition and derivation velocity. It is the average velocity of electrons inside conductor carrying current. It did not mention this carrying current, etc. I can simply mention It is the average velocity of the electrons in the conductor. That's also enough. Okay. This is the definition. And next we have taken our derivations. We will take this for points for this. We take a conductor of area of cross section A, length L, okay, and connect to the battery of the potential difference V. What happens? This diagram is not required for the examination. This diagram not required. I will give another diagram that is required. This diagram not required. This is only required for explanation. Electric potential difference V. Battery provides always the potential difference between the plus and minus terminals. Plus means high potential above 0. Minus means low potential below 0. So 0 is taken as a neutral potential called as reference potential. Earth potential is 0 and infinity also potential is 0 due to any charges. So battery always provides the potential difference. So the one terminal is plus called as higher potential. Minus is lower potential. One end of the conductor is a conductor we connected. In conductor electrons are loosely bound to the nucleus of the atom and can move easily from one atom to other atom compared to that of the insulators. In the insulator they are strongly bound, very high voltage, high energy required for the electrons to move from one atom to other atom in the case of insulators called as dielectrics. Here, when you apply potential difference across the conductor, what happens is first electric field is produced. Electric field is produced from plus to minus. This electric field is not produced by the electrons inside. Actually, every charge has electric field. That's important point for computing things. Every electron, every proton also has electric field around it. But the atom is electrically neutral. So number of electrons equal to number of protons. Electron revolves around the nucleus so fast that it appears as if center of the positive and negative charge at the center of the nucleus itself. That means resultant charge of the atom always becomes equal to 0. So atom is electrically neutral. So electric field is not provided by the moving electrons, right? Because it is moving from atom to atom. So electric field is provided by the battery potential difference only. Okay. Charges moving in the conductor do not produce the electric field. Charges moving outside the conductor, when the electrons are traveling in the air or in the vacuum, they are called the electron beam. They produce the electric field, but not inside the conductor. Okay. Inside the conductor, electrons do not produce the electric field. Electric field in the conductor is produced by the potential difference of the battery. So E equal to V by R potential electric field is produced. And electric field potential means what happens next is this E equal to V by R. This electric field exerts the force on the charges. The formula for the force is nothing but equal to F equal to QE. But charge which is moving is electron. Electron is negative charge. So this becomes equal to F equal to minus EE, Q equal to E. E is negative electron charge, negative charge. Negative sign indicates what force opposed to the electric field. So electrons experience force opposed to the electric field. Positive charge if they are there, they experience force in the direction of electric field. So, but electrons negative charge, they experience force opposite electric field. Now they get accelerated. They start initial velocity 0. We think initial velocity is 0. Then they accelerate. Whenever the force is there, F is also equal to mass into acceleration. F is also equal to m into a. So this acceleration is nothing but equal to minus EE by m. This acceleration produces the electrons. Negative sign indicates what is acceleration of the electron is opposed to the electric field. So they get the acceleration in this direction, electrons. Okay, this m is the mass of the electron, E is the charge of the electron. I will explain again the steps. Acceleration is produced. So electrons start from initial velocity 0 basically. Initial velocity 0 they start and they move with this acceleration, but they cannot move freely. Why they cannot move freely is atoms. Already electrons are there around them, and the electron repulsion is there. We call that as a collision. The electron collides with the atom. Here one atom is there, for example. That comes and collides with it. This atom has the energy called as vibration kinetic energy. More temperature the conductor, if you have taken any materials, the atoms vibrate more. Less cooling materials, any material if you go on cooling it close to absolute zero, the vibration also decreases. So electron is going and one atom is here. This not the electron do not heat with this, but with this it compulsory heats. After heating it bounces. It bounces any directions randomly. Bounces. And again here one more atom might be bouncing back like the it goes. But finally its aim is to travel opposite to electric field only because the force is acting on it to opposite to the electric field. So resultant length it is covering is L. In the time t, then drift velocity, drifting means it is moving under the force. It want to go in one direction, but it is forced to travel in another direction. In case the person want to swim across the river flow is this side. River flow is this side. You want to swim in this direction. You cannot go straight. Why? Because the river pushes you in its own direction. The result is you will be drifted. It's called as drifting. You will be drifted in the direction of the river flow. So you want to go in one direction, but you are pushed in other direction by the external force, that is nothing but other drifting. So here, electrons are drifted. They are not going on their own. Now they are drifted by force, external force, that is nothing but equal to electric force due to electric field. So electrons finally they travel in this direction, and the average velocity, overall resultant velocity, what you are taking, is nothing but equal to drift velocity. Drift velocity in macroscopic level, microscopic level, two cases. Macroscopic level means we don't see what is happening inside, collision, all that, we don't bother. It is taking time t to cross this length here. So velocity equal to displacement by time. Final displacement is this side only. So velocity equal to displacement means L by t. That is a macroscopic level. Microscopic level we are going to derive. Means inside we can touch the collisions we are doing. Okay, these electrons collide like this. And if the vibration is there, if previously it may go straight smooth like this. One atom is here, not heating it. But when the temperature increases by any reason, then what happens is that the electrons, the atoms vibrate with more kinetic energy. More kinetic energy, vibrate kinetic energy means the probability of hitting with the electron increases. Hitting with the electron cannot move smoothly. That indicates that it is having the resistance offered to these electrons. Okay. But after collision, the velocity drops to zero for the electrons. The collision drops to after collision, velocity of the electron drops to zero, and again starts increasing the velocity. That means initial velocity will be equal to zero. Initial velocity, I will, because time is less, I will revise this derivation in the next class. Okay. And initial velocity we take u equal to zero. Okay. Acceleration is nothing but equal to what you have taken is minus e by m. And final velocity just before collision with the other atom. Final velocity just before collision with the other atom, we take another drift velocity equal to u plus a into t. This t is taken as a relaxation time. We are going to replace it as a tau. Relaxation time means it's relaxed means not heated. During that time, what the time between the two atoms collision, between the two successive collisions, what are the time the electron is spending, that is called the relaxation time. Total time is known. We are talking about the atoms. That depends on the distance between the atoms. Okay. If the temperature is high, the distance decreases also between the atoms. The relaxation time also changes. So this t is the time between the two collisions of the electron, successive collisions. U is 0 and A substitution here to take Vd is equals to A is minus E by m into tau. This is nothing but vector velocity, but I will derive this again in the next class in detail. 1 second.